So, if you've been watching, I have also given y'all my quick out of the theater reaction for M3gan. Now, if y'all recall, M3gan is we did a thing. What was it? We did a trailer reaction, and M3gan was wild. That trailer was definitely different. But when we did it, I think we got a really good sense of what this movie was about. Now, for those of you that don't know what M3gan is about, just real quick and easy, it's basically Chucky meets an AI. That's pretty much what it is, right? So you have this AI doll that starts learning a little too much and gets kind of violent, okay, and things go messy. So that's pretty much the rough introduction for M3gan. Now, of course, I'm not going to spoil it for y'all, but when it comes to the good in the movie, I really enjoyed how funny it was. Like M3gan was unexpectedly funny. And the thing is, I think it was really well balanced, right? Like what I loved about it was it never got ridiculously goofy, like Thor, Love and Thunder. But M3gan understood the assignment. The movie understood the tropes. The movie understood what you were expecting, and it would poke fun at itself. So again, not giving any spoilers away, but like, look, when M3gan would start like singing, I thought that was hilarious. Like I was cracking up laughing because it was just I think it was just kind of poking fun at like just the whole thing of like a kid doll, whatever. Of course, like that dance scene that you saw in the trailers, I feel like they only did it for the trailer. I don't feel like it had it made no sense. Like when I was watching the movie, I was like, this made no sense why she would just start dancing, but clearly y'all just did this to sell the movie. But it was still funny. It was still funny either way because M3gan was wilding. Oh, and by the way, so like another really cool thing here was the fact that like M3gan was creepy. M3gan was creepy, and I love the fact that they were like building that up here and there. As you started to see M3gan's progression. That was something really good. But the part of that was because they made I'll say most, not all, most of M3gan's progression as an AI, they made it believable given how she was designed. So kudos to the writing in that aspect. I like that. And I also really enjoyed the fact that they did a really good job with the themes. There was a theme of grief that I thought they tackled really well here. Especially when they started also going into the childhood traumas and the different psychological theories and stuff at play. I thought a lot of that worked very well, especially like the dialogue and everything. The violence in this, there's one scene that I'm just gonna I'm listen, I'm if you seen listen, I'm just that one scene, okay. That one scene was it was a bit of a stretch. Okay, let's just say that. I don't know if I could have seen that. Now, I won't say that all of M3gan is super gory and violent, but there are some scenes that are a little, little tough, But that was pretty much it. The violence was there, the gore was there. And but anyway, on to the bad. I would probably say that like when it comes to the bad stuff with M3gan, it was a little predictable. It was a little predictable. There were some things in there that I don't know. Early in the movie, I was like, oh, okay, this is gonna come back and this is gonna be a thing, So I definitely could call out some things. I predicted a couple things. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't ruining the movie. This is the basic movie in the first place. But I still got to call it out. And I would also say that M3gan's progression as like I said, her descent into evil was rushed. It was rushed a little bit. Like M3gan goes from 0 to 100 way too fast. In the beginning, I'd say the first 2/3 of the movie, it was really good. If it were me, I would have liked it if they had slowed down a little bit, maybe added an extra 10 or 15 minutes and just milk it a little bit more. Because here's the thing, when you're watching this movie, everybody knows this doll is going to come alive. Everybody knows this doll is going to do really bad things. That's not a shock. What you're going in to see, you want to see how we get from this point to that point. And at first, the movie is walking there. We like, yo, we enjoying the ride. And then they just run all the way to, okay, we ain't got time. She just got to hurry up and be evil.
If she comes in this room, I'll rip your head right off your neck, I swear to God.
And it's like, yo, like, y'all did not have to rush it so quickly. Because now I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, logically speaking, I don't understand how it is she went from doing this where, you know, it made sense. She's her best friend and all that. I get that. But then all of a sudden she want to do all this other crazy psycho stuff. Like it was a little bit extra. There were times, I say it like this. There were times where this woman went from like Chucky to Ultron. And I'm like, how? How you do that? I work in IT. How? You just walk around and you just got all the what? How? So yeah, it was just a little bit too much. I think they should have spent a little bit more time. I'm not saying like another hour or nothing, but just 10, 15 more minutes. Just progress it a little bit more. Because we all know she was gonna go crazy anyway. But anyway, that was my bad for it. As for the reason, I would say this: M3gan was definitely a solid horror comedy. However, I would say it's much more comedy than it is horror. I was not sitting there feeling afraid. I was not scared. I guess if you really don't like slasher stuff, that could be scary for you. But M3gan is not about to give anybody any nightmares. But I do think that if you watch it in a crowd of people, you will definitely have a better time because of all the funny jokes and stuff that happen. Like I said, I don't think that it got slapstick goofy funny, but it does kind of make fun of the genre in a sense without breaking character, so to speak. So if you definitely, best thing is this: if you enjoyed the trailer, then you're gonna like the movie. The trailer gives probably the best and most accurate feel and vibe for what you're gonna get in the movie. So I definitely think that was on point, and I definitely appreciated what they did with it. When it comes to the rating for M3gan, I would probably have to give it. I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. I had a very good time with it. I enjoyed it. It's definitely not perfect. It definitely had different areas that it could have been better. The third act, kind of like I said, it felt rushed. But at the same time, like, I don't regret watching it. I had a good time. I'd mess around and watch it again, at least with other people, you know, just to have that comedic, communal experience. But anyway, that's just my thoughts on M3gan. If you have seen it, let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below.
Thank you so much for watching. This was just a segment of one of my live chats, and if you're interested in joining in on the next one, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications for more. I've got more videos and reviews to do for you all, and until next time, I'll see you all later.